Hey PLN, today I'm going to talk to you about something that comes up often when you're working in a situation where you're working with a large group of people, which we all do, and that is when a client is upset or angry. So ultimately, it's not ideal. You don't want a client to come in angry. You need to keep in mind that a lot of times it has absolutely nothing to do with you. When a client comes in and they're upset, they need you. They need something from you, whether it's just an ear to listen to them, whether it's to resolve a situation, whether it's to provide suggestions. They need you. And so they may come in all toughed and gruffed up, but they're coming to you for help. So keep that in mind. Remain calm and don't take it personally. It's not about you. 9 times out of 10, it's not even necessarily about us or the store or PLN or the food or the nutrition or the support. It's about them. It's about something that's going on inside for them, and they're looking for a place to pinpoint blame, but we want to be able to support them and to help them fix it. And keep in mind that when you get defensive, that ability shuts right down. You want to remove your feelings from the equation. So it's very easy to mirror someone's emotions. And we talk about mirroring in one of our other lessons about nonverbals. It's super natural to, when somebody comes in, chest puffed up or arms crossed, to mirror their emotions. Stop yourself. Keep your emotions out of it. Be ready, be present, and be able to really work with a client when they're upset. We are here to provide a service, and we want to do that in an efficient way, and we want to do that in a courteous way. You're representing not only yourself, but PLN as an organization, and our core values really place us with a high standard for how we interact with people and how we make people feel when they leave. People will remember, there's a great quote, and I'm not going to give it to you exactly right here, but people won't necessarily remember what you do. They might not remember the food. They might not remember the taste of a shake or how the aminos made them, gave them energy, but they're going to remember how they felt when they interact with us. And so it's so important that that's what we put first, our interactions with clients. You want to listen to everything they say. We're all so quick to provide answers, to provide solutions, especially when it's busy in the store, but you want to use your active listening skills and then empathize with them. I completely understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I apologize that it worked out this way. What can we do to fix it? You want to provide a genuine apology. There are some situations that, yes, we can absolutely make excuses, and they might not have provided us with a preference, or they might have not put their account on hold when they thought that they did, and so we charged them. It doesn't matter. Don't make excuses. Just be sorry. Apologize to them. How good does it feel when you talk to somebody and you're expecting them to put up a fight, and they very quickly just apologize? Apologize and then move forward with them to come up with a solution. But don't get defensive. After you ask them or allow them to really share what the problem is, and you really figure out what the underlying issue is, ask them if they have a solution. We may not always be able to grant them their every wish, but we can provide a solution. Sometimes it meets them in the middle. They might just simply want a replacement meal, and that's something that we can do. They might want 4 free boxes. That's not something we can do, but provide them with what would make them feel heard. That's primarily our job. You then want to problem solve with them. Like I said, listen to the things that they are offering as solutions and come up with something that works for us as an organization and for them as a person. If necessary, and this won't be necessary very often, as you perfect your listening and your empathy and your interactions with client, those skills that are around that, your emotional intelligence, but when necessary, don't be afraid to go up the chain of command. Don't be afraid to ask for a key lead support or a back-end service support, someone else that might be able to provide them with kind of something else. Somebody else. Sometimes that's all people need, is somebody else to hear their issue. And then follow up. How great is it when you have a customer service experience and they resolve an issue, but then they call you 2 days later, or they get in touch with you via email and just follow up? We may not always have time to do that, but when you do it. Build those relationships. That is what's really going to set us apart as an organization. Common language that we can use when we're working with clients that are upset is, I wish we could. I wish I could provide you with that service, but I can't. At this time is another great one. at this time or not at this time, I can't provide that. That's kind of leaving people feeling like, all right, they can't do it for me today, but maybe they can down the road, or maybe that's an option later. It just leaves people with a more optimistic feeling about the future. I'm so sorry. How can we fix this? Let's work it out. All common ways to just really provide people with a calming sense, a sense that we're listening, we're hearing, and that now we're going to move forward with them. Working with angry clients is definitely not an ideal, but it's something that will happen every now and again. Hopefully you will be able to use these skills when that comes up. Let me know if you have questions.